Well, welcome everyone, and thanks for joining us for another training. We're so excited about sharing more about affirmations and some of the things that you all can be doing. We're doing it, and if we can do it, you can do it too. The only way around it is through it, and it's really all about mindset. And I'm so excited to be able to share more with you. This is Marty and Cheryl Turner, Master Coordinators with Shaklee. Want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. And please thank the person who thought enough to share this video with you as well. If you're going to be practicing affirmations, you might want to pick a company that puts their money where their mouth is, which is obviously the Shaklee Corporation. So
Right.
build on a solid foundation. And we've been enjoying that incredible product and that foundational opportunity now for over 20 years.
Thank God.
Isn't that amazing? And we are so thankful each and every day that we have Shaklee in our life. So, with that, let's talk a little bit more about affirmations and what this whole process is about. We talk about the reticular activation or activating system, and really what that's about is your subconscious mind working through those challenges that some people face. And the fact is that when you activate that subconscious mind, it will go to work and help you solving those problems. Showing your mind what's important is so important because when you feed your mind through pictures, what you say, and all of the other things that we can do, it's going to help you so much more receive that good data to be able to get the good results. So, let's take a look at the data that we need. And the looks for the data is really what it's all about. It's the type of thing where we talk about, and here's an example of the reticular activating system at work. So we talk about, like, for instance, a red Corvette. And maybe you haven't seen the new C8 red Corvette. Well, as soon as you start thinking about it, researching it, and see one, then all of a sudden, all the time you're seeing them every day or every other day, and you're like, oh my God, now everyone has one.
It's not just on your phone.
Right. And it's basically your mind now separating out and looking for that specific thing that you've programmed your mind to be thinking about, which is in this case the red Corvette. It can be anything. It can be everything about what you see your life being, and it's always working 24/7. So Cheryl, talk a little bit more about that. And I know we have a great book to discuss. This is something that you read years ago.
30 years ago, probably. Yes, yes, living in a no-no world. And Neil Escalante has written several really powerful books, like What to Do When You Don't Know What to Do. And we've all been there. Marty and I found ourselves there very recently. And one thing we need to do is own it. We have to make it our own. When we're looking at these goals, whether it's mental, physical, financial, spiritual, nutritionally, maybe you're fighting disease or problems, health challenges, you have to look at it as if the goal is already accomplished.
That's right.
You have to change that inside picture first. We're basically raising our vibration, and that's going to help our body fight to be healthier and stronger when we deliberately control our thoughts. And we need to be positive. You're going to be a lot stronger if you're positive. And then describe goals like what you already want to accomplish, like I am healthy and strong. I am disease free.
Absolutely. And the fact of the matter is that when we look at these, we're really focused on the fact of what we want. I do, I am, I have, not what we don't want. It's so important for you to understand that to be able to move away from something is the way that most people think about. What we want to do is start focusing on what we're working towards.
Right.
So describe what you want to move towards, not what you want to move away from. So it shouldn't be I can't or I won't. It's the can, should, or want effect is the fact that when we're talking to people and they have these kind of conversations with themselves and others in that language, it's very, very powerful as far as the things that you say, not only to other people, but also what your mind is hearing as well. So, personally, when you think about what it is for you, for yourself, for your family, for your organization, for those people around you, all of those things are very important as far as how we're focusing on these things. And I love this graphic here about the little kitty of how you see yourself, as a majestic, it looks like this is a Siberian tiger.
Right.
So pretty fun stuff. So a clear picture with the end result is as though it's already done. And so if you see yourself just as a little frail kitten, not sure, but and that's how you'll basically present yourself to the world.
Mhm.
But if you have the vision that you are this majestic Siberian tiger, you're going to be able to operate at a whole nother level as far as your confidence. And you want to think about that it's already done, even though you may not feel like you're there, because the action words are very simple. Things like it's easily coming to me, it's quickly coming to me, the inner energy is flowing through me and blessing others. And also, of course, talking about the idea that you're confidently, enjoying these benefits. So basically, the whole idea is that when you balance setting goals, writing affirmations in all the areas of your life, and also have the opportunity, and we're going to talk a little bit later about who you share these goals with, because some of these are very personal,
Yeah.
but it's really all about what you tell yourself is the most important thing and how that's going to be able to feed your subconscious mind. Cheryl, anything else you want to add there?
Oh,
All right. Well, then let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about do something. And there's another one. Now we have the kitten going to the majestic lion, which is pretty cool.
that's right. Just do something. It's like that old Nike saying, just do it. And one of the things we can do, no matter how bad a place you feel like you're in, be grateful. Find something that you are blessed. Focus on the blessing,
Yes.
not the curse. And take care of yourself mentally. When Marty knows I'm really sick, if I'm laying in bed going, I feel great, because he knows I'm claiming
That's
that I
right.
feel great.
That's right.
And make a list of the pros and cons of if you do this, this will happen. If you don't do this, this will happen. And focus on those results. And remember who you are. I was faced with a challenge lately, and I told my daughter, I'm Cheryl Blanking Turner. And I know that disease is a beast, but so am I.
That's right.
And discomfort may be part of the process. And you need to make that decision and execute. Keep it simple. And you don't feel like executing, but make the decision anyway and take those baby steps towards executing your choices.
Absolutely. And you are an incredible lioness that enjoys amazing health every day.
Amen.
All right.
Preach it.
That's right. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about specifically affirmations. So we've heard of that, we talk about goal setting, but the idea is that the visualization part is something that we all need to do more of. We've heard, and Cheryl's going to talk a little bit more about dream boards and things that you can do physically or on your laptop in the way of a PowerPoint.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something that you should be looking at least 3 to 4 times a day and at bedtime. The most important thing is before you shut down for the night, it's the bedtime part. If you don't do anything else, is where you should really be feeding that subconscious mind. And so confirming and reaffirming to reinforce these affirmations has to happen on a continual basis so that becomes a common thing in your mind that it knows that it just is the way it is. There is no if it will or won't.
Right.
It is happening, it has happened, and you're enjoying the benefits. So emotionally, you want to be able to be connected to this because it will help you achieve your goals faster. So it definitely needs to be something you're passionate about, whether it's family, whether it's travel, whether it's, healthy living, but you need to put some emotions behind that. And then remember, we talked about this earlier, but the confidentiality part is that, sharing your affirmations only with the people who are going to love and support you through that. Not like, oh, you shouldn't be dreaming like that. You shouldn't have your head in the clouds. Because if you want to be able to achieve them, you want to be around positive people, you want to stay positive and have those positive affirmations being able to flow through you each and every day. So you don't always have to share them with everyone because a lot of times those personal affirmations should be kept personal.
Yeah.
So Cheryl, talk a little bit about our dream boards and some other thoughts.
Now, we used to do dream boards the old-fashioned way, where we go through magazines or print things
we
out.
still have some of those.
Put them on the big threefold. And our granddaughter was in Marty's office one day, and she noticed there were pictures on both sides of the threefold. And she said, "Is that the back of the house that's on this side?" Because she wanted to know, literally. And today, that young lady is a director of med surg at a hospital. So she learned how to set goals at a very young age. And you don't even have to believe some of these goals when you set them. I know there were many times in my
Right.
life when I'd look at something and think, wow, would it ever be nice to have that? And I'd find myself with 3, 4 months later having it when I was in no position to do so. As a broke single mom, I worked 3 jobs, I had 3 kids, and I did the best I could just to keep the lights on and keep heat in the house. And this was one of our boards, and we would put these together in PowerPoint,
Yep.
but then we print them out. Doesn't do you any good if you have it in your computer, and you're not going to be looking at it 3 or 4 times a day there. And you can send it to yourself as a PDF, so you can open it up on your phone and look at it,
Yep.
or print it out. And you'll notice here we got cash rolling in, got the
The money
family,
wave.
right? And then my daughter wanted to travel, so I put that picture of a book we had bought her sons. And then we always like to have spiritual protection for our family. So we had a little angel in there. And now, oh, down below here on the lower right, you see there's a wedding ring there. And that was a ring that I thought, when I had cancer 14 years ago, and we had to sell the center stone of my wedding ring. It was a 2 carat princess. Really nice ring. Oh, that's another goal. When Marty gave me that ring, my youngest daughter went into my bedroom because she knew I had a fake ring that looked like a 2 carat princess I had bought years before. And I showed it to my girls and I said, well, when somebody shows up with one of these, we'll know he's the right guy. And we all had a big laugh over it because we knew I would never get a 2 carat princess diamond. And then Marty gave me one years later, maybe 10 years later. And so we sold the center stone out of my wedding ring. And I thought, well, now we're going to have to replace it. And I bought one stone. I didn't like it. It was smaller and just wasn't the same. And so then I thought, well, I need to set a goal. So I found this picture of a ring, and that's called a radiant cut. And I had never heard of that before. It means stability, integrity, honesty. And those were all things I loved. And I loved the shape of the ring. And
Absolutely.
I had only seen that with like an emerald cut. But this has a sparkly cut like a round stone, only they cut it in a rectangle. And so I put that in there thinking, yeah, someday. Huh. And we're going to do a little magic here on this. If you look, that is my actual wedding ring on this updated dream board.
Hello.
And there was also a hot tub on the other one for like 4 people. Well, this was actually our hot tub in Florida that seats 7 or 8 people. Also, I'm going to go back here and show you. There was a room there over on the lower right. That was a goal, that we wanted a house on water. And we were thinking a lake. And we wanted that North Star up there because the North Star is a sign of our team. Well, now, oh, also notice Marty on the motorcycle on the bottom there.
Yeah.
Go back to the updated one. That is our actual home in Florida, one of the homes. We have 2 now. And it's very similar to the one that I had found in a magazine and put up. And again, when I found it, I thought, yeah, someday, wouldn't that be wonderful? When we were having a hard time paying bills because we had a lot of debt because of the cancer and stuff. Also, if you noticed, Marty got rid of the motorcycle. Now he's got a 6-person golf cart.
That's right.
So all these
Everyone
different things that we put on here, these were goals that we put on this newer, updated one. And now they've come to pass. So that's pretty amazing to me that that reticular activation system is powerful. Whether you tell it good things or bad things, it will believe you. So we want to tell it good things. Now, this is something Kevin Yonetta told me, that white light of your love, golden light of your protection. And we can receive that healing power into our lives.
Amen. And one of the other wonderful things, because we're in the health and wellness business, is I enjoy helping others live healthy lives. But it could also be stronger, healthy, and wealthy lives, which I
That's
like.
right. And these are all just some pictures we're going to cover real quick and give you some ideas of what to do to make some goal sheets. This is my ships, not just one source of income,
That's
but
right.
my ships come in over a calm sea.
I love it. And this is the one up on Rainy Lake. You can see there's little Draco, our
Yeah.
granddaughter's dog. My dreams become realities. And boy, what a beautiful night that was.
His reality is that he's got a new baby brother.
That's right.
And this is one of my favorite little islands. It's a little strip key or K, they call it.
Yeah.
And my sister and I were there one day. And it was just so calming to be there. So I put, my mind is calm, because I remembered being there that day. And when I come to a place where I'm frustrated, I'll look at that picture and breathe.
And of course, I attract positive energy to my life. And think about the opportunity for all of us to enjoy time around the fire pit, to be able to be out grilling, enjoying the backyard. All of that is there and has become a reality. And we would love to have you guys be with us.
Yeah, again, this is our backyard in Florida.
All
We're
right.
in Minnesota right now, but that's our winter home. And then my mind is clear. My thoughts are focused because we need to develop that skill if we want to get from where we are to where we want to be.
Amen. All right, good. And of course, money come to me.
This
You
is
know,
something I used to say when I had no money and I couldn't think of anything else to say. And so I just go, money come to me, money come to me. I wasn't specific, just money come to me. And it
yeah,
did.
money is rolling in waves to us,
That's
to
right.
each and every one of us. Now, remember, the Bible talks a lot more about prosperity than it does poverty. And
Yep.
so, with that money, more good can be done in the world, more good can be done for you and for your family and for your community. So, embrace that and know that success is inevitable. Failure is not an option.
That's right.
All right. So, with that, Cheryl, on a closing note, some great quotes here from Dr. Shackley.
Dr. Shackley said, activate your thoughts and activate your life. He was way ahead of the crowd 100 years ago.
Absolutely. And remember, always describe what you want to move towards, not what you want to move away from. Positive thoughts build strength in every area of your life. And we are so blessed to have you as part of our life.
That's right.
And please thank the person who thought enough to share this video with you. And go ahead and start exercising your subconscious mind to have those things become reality because you deserve success and prosperity and good health to each and every one of you. Thanks everyone for taking a listen. We'll see you on another video soon.
You've got this.
Take care. Okay.
Yay.